Seriously? Hey guys, and welcome to another video with me, 6+ Stevo. In this video, I'm going to be asking the question, should GW bring back Wazdakka Gutsmek? Yes, they definitely should. He's a really cool character. He's the most famous Ork Warbiker of all time, and for good reason. Wazdakka was an Ork mech boy who loved tinkering with bikes. He loved speed, and was basically always on his bike at all times. He loved going fast, and the only time he was ever off his bike was when he's tinkering with it and building it. His bike, the bike of the apocalypse. I'm not making these names up. That's what it's called, the bike of the apocalypse. His pride and joy, his heavily customized war bike that is kitted out with all sorts of Dakka. The guns it's got equipped on the bike is called the Dakka cannon, and much more powerful than the Dakka guns on your average Ork bike. These guns, were very powerful. In the old Codex rules, they were like strength 8. I think it fired like 4 shots or something, but he could charge it up and fire like a high AP version. So yeah, very brutal. But Wazdakka grew up on the world of Kazakh Prime, an Ork world, like a desert planet, and on this world they used to hold loads of races, basically, that would draw in huge crowds of orcs to watch, that were all obsessed with, these were proper speed freaks, in the literal sense. They used to hold this race. They used to hold this race called the race of the burning wheels, and it's basically drew huge crowds of orcs. And imagine like a Mad Max style Destruction Derby Mario Kart type environment, basically full of orcs on bikes and buggies hurtling around on a racetrack with loads of orcs like hollering and whooping and watching, and yeah, you've basically kind of imagining what it would be like. Bikes and buggies belching out smoke and dust and firing off guns at each other and just going absolutely balls to the wall crazy. Wazdakka entered this race and blitzed the competition and won the race. But upon winning the race, he was quite quickly accused of cheating. Now, Wazdakka had a bit of a temper on him and didn't take to this accusation too well, and responded in a way that, well, any self-respecting Ork would. He unleashed hell. He rode his bike around the Ork settlement, just unleashing his Dakka gun all over the place, killing hundreds of orcs, lighting the place aflame, and riding off into the sunset. So he's not an orc to be messed with, put it that way. He is slightly unhinged. He has had certain mad docs and stuff perform operations, surgeries, so that he effectively never sleeps. He's just always on the go, literally. If he had his way, he would never be off his bike. He's riding constantly. The only time he's ever off his bike is when he's repairing it, tinkering with it, modifying it, increasing its firepower, speed, or whatever. Even to the point where he's tried to build like a teleporter that could effectively transport his bike across the galaxy. His mission is to ride and lead the biggest Ork war from one side of the galaxy to the other, and never stop, basically, and teleport from world to world, riding his bikes across the worlds, just in a sea of carnage. And he leads into battle a huge Ork war of like-minded speed freaks. Obviously, speed freaks flock to him. He's held in awe and respect by other orcs that love the sensation of speed. So he is followed into battle by hundreds and thousands of other bikers, buggies, trucks, anything fast, really. And so far it's been going pretty well for him. In one battle, he even took out a Titan. There was a huge battle, and they came across a Warlord class Titan, which is about the biggest thing you could ever come across, and it was just unleashing hell, ripping up his army to shreds, basically. But Wazdakka wasn't going to be defeated by this, so he took his bike up onto sort of like a cliff edge overlooking the battle, revved his engine, and flew off the side of this cliff, slamming into the face of the Titan and slaughtering all the crew within, and won the battle. And that's still to this day his greatest achievement. And even on his bike as trophies, he's got the skulls of the Titan crew on his bike. And yeah, so he's a very, very cool character with a very cool history and backstory and lore. So it would be amazing for GW to bring him back in the new Ork Codex. I think certainly any Evil Sons / Speed Freaks Ork player collector would love to have him in their collection and see a new model released, because currently there isn't one. There isn't even any rules currently for him. The nearest thing anyone gets is the Warlord on bike option, which you can, you know, tinker with a little bit and stuff, but it's not the same. It would be really, really cool to have a good fluffy character to lead speed freaks into battle, and I can't think of anyone better than Wazdakka Gutsmek. Just imagining what they could do with his kit, and some of the crazy rules and stuff, and the buffs and things that he could give to an Evil Sons army. You can imagine him being able to sort of turbo boost sort of crazy distance across the board, and buffing bikers with him, perhaps some sort of aura ability that makes them advance really fast or something. And the firepower he could spit out, you know, would be devastating, and potentially lethal to tanks or anything really. But I don't see any good reason not to bring him back. He'd be a very cool character, and I think a lot of Ork players would love to have a Wazdakka Gutsmek model in their army. So what do you guys think? Do you think it would be cool to have him back and finally get a model for him? If they did bring him back, would you buy him? As always, share in the comments below. Share your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and check out all my other content. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit that bell button. Thanks guys, this is 6+ Stevo, signing out.